We already have an ideal solution for our directives process. Immediately a new person starts working for us, we give them all the papers, they sign them, and we file them away. But do you really consider this a solution? Directives are also part of the commencement process in the BOSS system. Once you create a new personal record, the system automatically determines which directives relate to the employee and prepares test questions. One of the first things a new employee must do is get familiar with all related documents. The management of directives is quite easy. A new one can be created with just a few clicks. Simply enter the name, type of directive, and the date from which it is valid. A link to those directives which are replaced by this one can also be added. One of the most important tasks is to specify people who need to be familiar with the directive. You can specify them by name, by individual competencies, or select the whole organizational unit. Based on these criteria, the system checks who should be familiar with the directive, whether it be a new person or someone who has changed position. This also means that only some people need to be familiar with most directives. For each directive, you can specify test questions and include the correct answers. A test is generated for each employee, which can contain just a few questions, and each test is unique. You can also specify the period after which a new test is generated, so that people can be tested at regular intervals. The final step is to attach the actual directive along with any related forms. The whole package is then sent for approval before being published. The approval process can be different for each type of directive, and its definition is completely up to you. Once a directive is approved, it is published on a defined date. Users are notified about new tests via email, or they can also see them in the system. Once they have completed the test, it is evaluated automatically. If the required number of correct answers is achieved, the person is considered acquainted. If not, the administrator is notified and can return the test to the person to be retaken. Each employee has access to all directives related to him on his own personal card. They don't need to worry about the location of one specific directive, as they have all of them at their fingertips. The Directives module provides the specific process from the creation of directives through its approval to familiarization. With this module, you don't have to worry whether personnel are familiar with all related directives. BOSS Solution offer other modules that could be beneficial for your company. Why not consider our modules for mobile phone expenses, management of shared folders, approval of leave of absence, travel expenses, or agreements? All these solutions are available from BOSS.